Welcome to Informed Tourist, your go-to channel for honest travel advice and real-world experiences. If you've ever scrolled through glossy travel blogs or Instagram feeds, you know how easy it is to get swept up in the dream of the perfect UK getaway. But what happens when reality doesn't quite match the hype? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on some of the UK's most talked-about destinations, places that, for many travelers, just didn't live up to expectations. Meet Curtis, your traveling guru, and the voice of experience. Curtis has spent years exploring the UK, from its bustling cities to its hidden corners, and he's here to share the good, the bad, and the downright disappointing. Have you ever arrived at a destination, only to realize it's nothing like the photos? Maybe the weather is gloomy, the streets are crowded, or the famous landmarks just don't have that magical spark you imagined. It's a common experience, one that can leave you feeling let down, especially after all the planning and anticipation. You're definitely not alone. Every year, thousands of tourists flock to UK cities, lured by promises of charm, history, and vibrant culture. But for many, the reality is a little less enchanting. Some leave feeling disappointed, underwhelmed, or even uneasy, wondering if they missed something, or if the city just wasn't for them. Today we're revealing the 10 UK cities tourists most regret visiting, and more importantly, the reasons behind those regrets. From cities that feel a bit too industrial, to places where the nightlife is overhyped or the attractions are closed more often than not. We're giving you the inside scoop. We'll talk about everything from safety concerns and high prices, to a lack of things to do or see. Maybe you've heard stories of museums that never seem to be open, or attractions that look far more impressive online than in person. Our goal is to give you the unfiltered truth, so you can plan smarter and avoid common pitfalls. And stick around, because we'll also reveal a shocking fact about one of the UK's most famous attractions. A detail that surprises even seasoned travelers and could change the way you see this iconic spot. So, whether you're planning your first trip to the UK, or you're a seasoned explorer looking to avoid disappointment, let's dive in together. We'll help you make sure your next adventure is unforgettable for all the right reasons, and that you return home with stories worth sharing. First up, Birmingham, a city that's spent the last decade reinventing itself, eager to shake off its industrial past and step into the spotlight with a shiny new image. Glass towers now rise above the old canals, and the bullring's futuristic curves have become a symbol of the city's ambition. On the surface, Birmingham feels like a place on the rise, buzzing with energy and optimism. But as the sun sets and the city slips into darkness, that sense of promise can fade surprisingly fast. The transformation that feels so vibrant by day seems to lose its shine after dark, revealing a different side of Birmingham that many visitors don't expect. By day, you'll find impressive architecture, lively street markets, and a cosmopolitan crowd. The city center is alive with shoppers, students, and families, all enjoying the best of what Birmingham has to offer. From the historic Victorian buildings to the modern shopping arcades, there's a sense of pride and progress in the air. But step just a few blocks away from the main tourist zones after dark, and the atmosphere shifts dramatically. Streets that felt welcoming in daylight can suddenly seem deserted and uneasy, with dim lighting and shuttered shops casting long shadows. Tourists report aggressive panhandling and visible drug use, especially near New Street Station and the city's many underpasses. For some, the experience is jarring. What felt like a safe modern city by day can feel unpredictable and even intimidating at night. The contrast is hard to ignore, and it leaves many visitors on edge. The city's celebrated renewal hasn't reached everywhere. While some neighborhoods gleam with new investment, others remain neglected, marked by graffiti and empty storefronts. This patchwork of progress and decline means that many people feel confined to the commercial bubbles of the city center, reluctant to explore further after dark. Museums, galleries, and restaurants offer plenty to enjoy, but the constant need to stay alert can overshadow even the best experiences. Instead of relaxing and soaking up the city's culture, visitors often find themselves glancing over their shoulders, wary of what might be lurking just out of sight. For many, Birmingham's story feels unfinished, a city with so much potential but still struggling to overcome old challenges. The regret is real for those who hope for a seamless urban adventure, only to find themselves navigating a city that can feel divided and uneasy after dark. A city's comeback should be about more than just new buildings and trendy shops. If safety and authenticity are left behind, the transformation is only half complete. And for Birmingham, the journey toward a true renaissance is still very much a work in progress. Manchester's music and football legacy draws millions from around the world, promising unforgettable nights and a taste of the city's legendary spirit. From the anthems of Oasis echoing through historic venues to the electric atmosphere of a Manchester derby, the city's reputation for culture and excitement is second to none. People come here to walk in the footsteps of musical icons, to feel the pulse of a city that has shaped global pop culture, and to experience the thrill of football at its most passionate. The allure is undeniable. Manchester is a place where dreams are made, and memories are supposed to last a lifetime. But for many visitors, the reality can be unexpectedly harsh. The city's famous rain isn't the only thing that can dampen spirits. Some tourists arrive with high hopes, only to find themselves facing challenges they never anticipated. The contrast between the city's vibrant image and the experiences of some travelers can be jarring, leaving them feeling let down or even unsafe. Tourists flock to the northern quarter and printworks, drawn by promises of cutting-edge nightlife, creative bars, and a buzzing social scene. These districts are the heart of Manchester after dark, where music spills out onto the streets and every corner seems alive with possibility. The energy is infectious, and for many, it's the highlight of their trip. Yet these nightlife hotspots are magnets for theft and violence. The same crowds that create such a lively atmosphere can also attract trouble. Police and security are a constant presence, trying to keep the peace as tempers flare and alcohol flows freely. For some, the excitement quickly turns to anxiety as they witness or experience incidents that shatter the party mood. Phone snatching is rampant, often in crowded bars or busy streets, leaving visitors stranded and vulnerable. It happens in a flash, a moment's distraction, and your phone is gone. For travelers relying on their devices for navigation, communication, and safety, this can be devastating. Suddenly, a night out becomes a scramble to find help, cancel cards, and figure out how to get back to the hotel. Brawls and unpredictable aggression after dark turn fun nights into tense ordeals. What starts as friendly banter can escalate quickly, especially when alcohol is involved. Security staff are often forced to intervene, and what should have been a night of celebration can end in fear or injury. For many, these experiences overshadow the good times they came seeking. The city's creative energy is undeniable, and its streets are filled with artists, musicians, and innovators. But for visitors, the sense of being part of something special can be replaced by a feeling of vulnerability. Many leave feeling more like targets than guests, their excitement dulled by the need to constantly watch their backs. The disconnect between Manchester's cool reputation and the risks of its nightlife is a common regret. Locals may know how to navigate the city's challenges, but for outsiders, the learning curve can be steep and unforgiving. The city's vibrant culture is real, but so are the dangers that come with it. Vibrant culture is great, until it's overshadowed by safety concerns. The music, the lights, the laughter, they all fade into the background when you're worried about your safety. For some, the memories they take home are not of legendary gigs or thrilling matches but of close calls and lessons learned the hard way. In Manchester, the rock and roll dream can quickly become a cautionary tale. The city's spirit is still alive, but visitors must be prepared for the realities that come with its up. For every unforgettable night, there's a story of someone who wishes they'd known what to expect. In the end, Manchester is more than just music and football. It's a city of contrasts, where the highs are high, but the lows can be unexpectedly low. London dazzles in its tourist core, but step outside the bubble and the risks multiply. Beyond Westminster and the South Bank, tourists become easy targets for phone snatchers and bag thieves, especially in Camden, Islington, and Hackney. The heavy police presence in central areas creates a false sense of security. Elsewhere, you're on your own. Losing valuables isn't just inconvenient, it's a gut punch that can ruin your trip. Many regret not realizing that Instagram's London is a carefully curated fantasy. The real city is complex, gritty, and sometimes dangerous. London rewards the cautious, but punishes the careless. Know where you're going, or risk learning the hard way. Liverpool is legendary for its warmth. By day, tourists love the Albert Dock and Beatles history, but after dark, the city's mood changes. Car break-ins and bar fights are common, especially near the docks and nightlife hubs. The friendly vibe can vanish, replaced by a sense of unease and unpredictability. Many visitors say, "We loved it," until after dark. The city's dual personality leaves travelers confused and disappointed. Liverpool's charm is real, but it doesn't always last past sunset. Regret comes from expecting the legend, but meeting the reality. Bradford's rich industrial history and grand architecture promise much, but the present-day experience often disappoints. Tourists describe the city center as tense and unwelcoming, with historic buildings overshadowed by neglect and economic decline. Instead of vibrant multiculturalism, visitors feel like outsiders in a fragmented environment. Empty storefronts and a lack of atmosphere make exploration bleak rather than inspiring. Bradford proves that history alone can't make a city worth visiting. The regret is deep. So much potential but little to engage or welcome travelers. Visitors come for the past but are pushed away by the present. not every historic city is a tourist city. Luton is known for its airport, not its attractions, and that's telling. Many tourists book a night here for convenience, only to regret it immediately. The town is plagued by high crime and a lack of charm, making even daytime exploration feel unsafe. There's little to see or do, and the atmosphere is uninspiring at best. Luton's airport is a transit hub, not a destination. The name London Luton is misleading. You're far from the capital's appeal. The lesson: just because there's an airport doesn't mean you should stay nearby. Save your time and money for somewhere with more to offer. Nottingham trades on the legend of Robin Hood, but reality bites after dark. Daytime brings castles and folklore, but nightfall reveals a city struggling with crime and tension. Tourists report a sharp shift in atmosphere, with locals warning against venturing out late. The heavy police presence around nightlife areas is more alarming than reassuring. The magic of the legend is shattered by real-world threats. Visitors leave feeling let down by a city that can't live up to its story. Nottingham's dual identity is a source of regret for many. Sometimes, the legend is better left in the storybooks. Leeds looks like a modern success story, but the shine hides real risks. The city center's Victorian arcades and new developments attract crowds and pickpockets. Tourists are often caught off guard by theft and violence, especially around Call Lane and the Hedgerow. After dark, the nightlife's energy can quickly turn volatile, making a fun evening feel dangerous. The surprise is part of the regret. Leeds looks safe but isn't always. Modern infrastructure doesn't guarantee a positive experience. Many leave feeling misled by the city's polished image. In Leeds, shiny doesn't always mean safe. Coventry's story of resilience draws visitors by day, but the city empties out at night. After museums close, the city center becomes eerily deserted and unsettling. The lack of nightlife or evening atmosphere leaves tourists feeling isolated and bored. Empty streets can feel more intimidating than crowded ones, amplifying discomfort. Many regret staying overnight, wishing they'd just visited for a few hours. Coventry's rich history is overshadowed by its lifeless evenings. The regret is one of anticlimax, a city that stops beating after sunset. Sometimes, resilience isn't enough to keep visitors engaged. Middlesbrough's industrial past is impressive, but the present is bleak. Tourists find a rundown town with few amenities and a reputation for crime, especially after dark. The most telling sign? Locals often ask, "Why are you visiting here?" This question highlights the lack of tourist infrastructure and a sense that visitors don't belong. The experience is deflating, being a spectacle in a place struggling with decline. The transporter bridge is a marvel, but not enough to outweigh the town's struggles. When even residents question your visit, regret is almost guaranteed. Sometimes, the best advice comes from the people who live there. So, those are the 10 UK cities tourists most regret visiting. Each tells a cautionary tale about the gap between expectation and reality. Here's the smartest travel rule: if locals don't vacation there, neither should you. Locals know where the real charm and safety are. Trust their habits over any advertisement. Thanks for watching Informed Tourist. Like, subscribe, and share your own travel regrets in the comments. Want more travel insights? Click here for our next video.